So Rupert Spira and I speak the same language. Hey guys, it's John here in my living room drinking my mug of coffee, looking out on an overcast day, which I'm very grateful did not happen on Monday during the eclipse. And if you're looking for my eclipse pictures, there's some photographs that are in the community section that I took from my back deck. I wanted to hop on and talk about Rupert Spira because many people often ask me who I listen to, who I enjoy hearing perspectives from, and Rupert Spira is one of the ones that I truly enjoy listening to. He and I totally speak the same language. Rupert Spira talks about non-duality, and if you listen to his videos and you listen to his talks, you'll hear him saying almost the exact same thing I'm saying. He even uses many of the same quotes that I use from various traditions. This concept of non-duality, being one with everything, it's the same, means the same thing. It's a matter of us realizing that the outer world and I are interconnected, and that as we go through our world, we find less need for attachment to things because of the fact that it's all attached. It really, when you look at Rupert Spira's videos or his talks, you see a very calm serenity about the man. He's very relaxed. He's very easy, and that's a byproduct of becoming one. For me, I laugh, I joke, I smile a lot. But it's a matter of coming back to knowing yourself, knowing who you are. And for me, I understand that I am a certain way. And when I look at my life, and you, like I say, you see me on my channel talk about speaking my personal truth. Well, my personal truth is oneness. It is non-duality. Everyone around me is a part of me and part of my expression. And when I look at someone like Rupert, I see a person who has found this calmness and serenity within because he's no longer in reaction to external forces. He's guiding through life with an awareness of his oneness with it, his non-duality. And so he just reacts as it is. And so in non-duality, the less force or the less defense you put up against the world, the easier the world becomes. Because what happens is you start to realize that it's all part of the process. I've often told the story about the waitress who was in a really bad mood and told us that we were going to get bad service because of it. And by not reacting to her as a external force that's negative, I looked at her as someone who was part of me, someone who was one with me in non-duality. And so rather than losing my serenity or my calm or my laughter or my joy, I literally looked at her and I made her smile. And because I understood that she and I are one. And when someone comes up who is in very much duality, they're fighting against these external forces that in my world don't exist. And Rupert is the same way. He goes, you look at him in his speeches and he's always so calm, he's always so serene. He's always simply sharing his truth, right? And he's sharing non-duality in a very unique way. When I look at Rupert and myself side by side, I look at it as an interesting dichotomy, and yet still one. He is very esoteric in the way he delivers his messages, and my goal has always been to be as simple as I possibly can, because many people call me a simpleton. My thought is to create a world where I can make it as simple as I possibly can. Going back to my first regression, where it says it's so simple, we have a hard time comprehending, and our oneness with God is that simple, because there's nothing simpler than the number one. And it's not the loneliest number because everything's in the number one. The number one is a dance of life with all things. And when you look at the teachings of Rupert, I totally would recommend that everyone dive into his stuff and his information. I totally respect the man. I enjoy listening to him speak. I think he is a really good example of what non-duality and oneness really is. And I think that the world is going there. He talks about how science is slowly moving towards non-duality. It's starting to show the expression of our oneness with God. And some people often have a struggle with this idea of oneness. But if you break it down scientifically, like Rupert has done in one of his videos, everything you're looking at is nothing but energy in motion. The world around you is nothing but an illusion of energy. And all you are within that illusion is your awareness, your consciousness. And when you think about that, am I my outer experience or am I my inner experience? You're both. You're having your conscious experiences in this oneness energy of everything. You have your individuality, but you also have your oneness. And the more you come back to that oneness and that awareness, that non-duality, you live a life that is so much easier, so much more serene. You also find that you'll start to purge things from your house because you realize that the stuff, the material things in your expression are just stuff, and you find you need less and less, and you find you really just enjoy life from an emotional standpoint because you're now not struggling against an external force. You're living with an internal one. And when you start to live with the internal one and you start to realize that you have the ability to and are not out of control of your mind and your thoughts and your ideas, that non-duality is a place where you can start to realize that you are the creator of the experience. You are the person who creates serenity in your life or abundance or health or all the things that people always ask me for. All those things are a product of your belief. And I said in a reading the other day, the quality of your life will be the quality of your belief. And that's the interesting thing about non-duality or oneness, or whatever you'd like to call it, is the fact that it literally is just the understanding that we are all one and that there is no need to struggle against external forces because all the forces are within us. And so I highly suggest you go check out Rupert's videos and his channel and listen to some of the things he says, and you're going to find many of the same quotes pulled out and some new ones that you may not have heard me say before, but you're going to find that he and I have a lot in common in our beliefs. I just speak it in a very simple form, and he speaks it in a much more esoteric form. And so I wanted to share this video because I think if I can share teachers who I think are really expressing your divinity and your ability to be one with the world and come to a place of non-duality like he talks about, I think that I have made a better service in this world by sharing people like him. And so that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day. Rupert Spira, you go check him out. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.